Hello, hello. I think a lot of people are watching bats in midnight right now, right? Yeah. He's at 47. Holy crap. Uh, did it literally half his views? Has this OGS thing like literally halved his views? It's mostly bots? What do you mean? Yeah, I think this is probably good for the viewers and good for the small streamers, but it has definitely negatively impacted some of my streams and definitely negatively impacted bats if this has been a consistent trend. But I don't know if he's normally not live right now, right? So it's probably just not one of his normal days. Yep. Yep. That sucks. All right, it is open reviews for those who are interested. Um Actually gonna check on how the progress of everyone doing on the Sumeko Dragon. Because I know one of my students is keeping the top of the leaderboard. He will not give the top of the leaderboard. And then my brother's just staying in the top 3. Fia's still in the top 10. I love how less effort they've put in because they exhausted themselves from the first few months. Like, look at the total. 48,000, 25,000. They kind of like burnt out. uh, but yeah, it's nice. How many problems have you guys done? Are you doing Go problems? It's really good for you. Oh, have you guys seen the new How to Play Go page that I made today? I released today? I think it looks really good. I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. I'm usually not very artistic, but I really like how this picture and stuff turned out. Yeah, I basically took the book or whatever organization that I made. I put each of these on a multilingual text instead of just a regular text. What that means is when my website detects they're in another language, it'll check if I have a translation, and if it does, it'll replace this with a translation rather than it just being regular old text. So each of these will have the ability to be updated multilingual whenever I get the spreadsheets up and running. I really like the pictures, but I cannot get over how good this top banner looks. I'm really proud of it. Yeah, I worked really hard on it. I think it looks really good. Hopefully people would appreciate it and use it. We shall see. There is something I am needing to figure out where to put. I don't know how many of you know about the cool magical button on the stats page, but once the recently missed chart loads, there's a generate practice list button, and I think I need to put this somewhere more obvious. But basically what it does is it'll generate you a list based off of your performance of your missed list. So it'll be like, hey, here's some problems for you to practice around your level of the stuff that you have recently been making mistakes in. But I need to put this somewhere more obvious. Problem is I can't really put it on the page load because it has to sort a lot of data in order for that button to work. And that's lag. Yeah, it's if you go to the stats page, like I need to put it. I need to make this button not clickable until this is loaded. But once this graph is loaded, then the data has been sorted and says, hey, here's the sorted data of your missed list of your last 100 missed problems. And then when you click this, it'll take the sorted data and make you like 50 problems based off of it. I think it's really good. Now I just need to visually make it look good. But yeah, it creates 50 problems for you. So I got to figure out how to make that visually obvious. Also, these are just not working. When you click the study button, I think people just click on these. I don't even think half of them notice these. The books, I'm fine with them not noticing right now until I get more stuff created here. But the custom, I think a lot of people would like, and they just don't know that it exists. Where you just select your own filters. I think people would use this more, but I think they just don't know that it's there. So I'm not sure where to put it. I have both of those, and I need to figure out where to put them this week. Oh, open reviews are still open if someone wants me to review their game. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff on here. I'm hiring my brother to start doing the German translations, so hopefully I'll be able to advertise overseas soon. And then if that goes well, then I'm going to have him do more translations as well. Probably it'll be German, then French. What'll be after that? I know those two are the big ones that I need to get out. Probably Spanish. Problem is there's multiple Spanishes, which is annoying.
$2.99.
$2.99 in bowling?
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep getting $2.99 in bowling.
No, I've got the $2.80.
Usually it's somewhere in the middle that he misses the one. It was literally the very
I
last.
missed the last one.
You missed the last pin in bowling.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a bad throw either. It was just unlucky.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I am streaming, by the way.
I figured.
Okay. Okay. I did reach 10,000 views in the last 30 days, so that's really nice. The numbers are doing quite well. Like, I'm working like 50 hours a week for these numbers to do quite well, but they are doing quite well. But yeah, definitely Germany and French. German and French is what I'm trying to say. Germany's been consistently like in the top 3 for the last year. I don't know where all these France views came from though. They got 2 minutes engagement time versus Germany's 33 minutes engagement time for almost the same amount of views. I wonder what the difference is. Like, I wonder what the difference is. Like, what did they do? Yeah, I would like other countries to be up here as well. Because if I can imagine all of these lines were this high. I would be doing so much better. If all of these lines were up here, that would be amazing. Yeah, German and hopefully that does really well. Yeah, not surprised United States and United Kingdom's doing well because the app is in English. Yeah, it's going something. Lots of work, lots of hours, but I think it's looking really good. You guys have any feedback about things you would like, things you don't like? Also, it is open review, so if someone would like a game review, I am happy to take a look at your game, or if you have questions in general, I can answer questions in general. Ah, freaking ads. No. Bats has like half the viewers. Midnight has been streaming quite a lot lately. It's really cool. He's building quite a following. I have trouble watching his games sometimes though. Like there's a lot of times I'll just see him just make moves and I'm like, this is really hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. And he'll like what's really fun is watching someone who's much weaker than you talk through their plan. And you're just like the words you have said make some sort of sense, but that is not what you're doing. So it's really fun to watch them talk through their plan sometimes. It's like, yeah, totally your plan works. If you weren't going to die in the process, that variation looks really good. If you ignore the self-Atari in the variation you just said. Oh, man. It is fun to watch these sometimes, though, just see what happens. Getting close to dawn level. Getting really close to dawn level. I need to get to 3 dawn on OGS. I have been 2 dawn for too long. Attachment right here would be really cool. It's a nice Fido point. I don't think there's any issue. Yeah, this is definitely going in Black's favor. I think Black will just win. So close to being a cool life and death problem, but it's not. Yeah, Black should just win this. I don't see how Black's gonna lose. Almost looks like a handicap game. Looks like a cross Fuseki. But it feels like a handicap game with the amount that Black's up. How many games do you guys play on OGS on a weekly basis? I know there's a lot of people that will watch streams but not actually play the game. I have a lot of students that'll get lessons and literally pay me money to teach them but won't play the game, which is kind of amusing. Oh, have you guys seen the discussion on the forums about adding a 5-minute button for and replacing normal, and normal maybe being a little bit different word? I don't know how many of you have checked out the forums, but there's a big post about it. It's 29 news since I've last read it, so 124 messages right now. But the idea is about making a 5-minute button or a 10-minute button the main button or auto match. Okay, we're looking at the influence.
Review started.
Okay. Did you intend to make influence? Because if you're intending to make influence, the Chinese opening might be a little bit more what you're wanting. This feels wrong. Like, you're making influence going this direction, but you're on the 3rd line over here, which means you're settling the top. So these are not a good relationship. Because the Shamari wants to go that way. I think Chinese opening would probably be what you wanted to play. Let me play out a sequence. It's hard for me to visualize all the AI stuff lately. Dot, dot, dot. What's the Joseki I'm thinking of? Here, 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 here. Even this one doesn't look like super perfect, right? But if you could get this extension, that'd look really good. Why are you getting opening advice from me? My opening is the worst part of my game. Don't trust me with my opening. Okay, let's see how this goes. They gave you a beautiful tiger's mouth. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but like if you want to practice that, on some Mega Dragon, we actually have some of those variations already for practice. I need to put the rest of them in there. I have a literal book to put in here, and I have not done it. Let's see, what is it? No, let's go to study, actually. Study, we're gonna go to corner patterns, Joseki, right here. That's probably level 4 was that one, right? Yeah, so there's that variation, that one. So it's like, how do you get, basically these are like, make this corner look like that corner. So this is the end result. How do you get there from this Joseki? Oh crap, what is this one? I forgot this one. Here, nope, fudge. There. Oh, this is when you, no? Well, I don't know. Tabahane? Okay, hint before I screwed up. Okay, it is here. And then connect. All right. Yeah, Joseki, like, problems. Looks like level 4 and level 5 is what you'll want for these. Yeah, if you want to practice. I need to upload more of those. It doesn't even have all of them. But if you want to practice those, that'll be level 4, level 5 corner patterns. This is too early. Just finish the opening. Just finish the opening before you worry about that. You're fine. You're fine. Just finish the opening. This is too over-concentrated right now. There's still 2 open sides. Calm down, guys. This would actually be quite nice on this board. This feels very nice. Just jump. The response to the elephant is a knight. You're fine. No reason to leave a 2 space and 2 space here. It's too many cutting points. Pincer, shoulder hit. It's not my first choice. Let's see what your plan is. What? That's a cutting point. Okay. I think you are not respecting that 2 space jumps have a cutting point. Right? I get the feeling that you don't know this because you're playing a lot of 2 space jumps. You are not respecting the cutting point of the 2 space jump. Where's your profit gonna be? Like, the thing is, you're making influence this way. That is true. But you already had influence this way. So what has changed? Because these 3 stones are not getting anything anymore. So now these 3 stones have to get what these 3 stones are supposed to get. I mean, you are harassing the white group. That is true. I think you're trying too hard, though. Like, be a little bit less direct, maybe. Oh, we're still in the freaking opening. Like, you just go down here or something. I don't know. It feels like too soon and too direct. It's not big picture-y enough. Okay, it's not nothing. Okay. That cannot be Sente. This does nothing. Go here. Yeah, there's no way this is the move. There's no chance. You still haven't made any profit. Yeah, I don't like this. All of these stones right here have gotten no value. So you have 5 stones right here that do nothing. So definitely not a global combination. Locally, everything looks fine, but as soon as you get the big picture, you're wasting moves. So like you have the shape knowledge, but you're not like getting the big picture. So you got to think more big picturey. This is not a move. What is this? Sorry, I was looking over here. I was like, is this worth playing? I don't know. There. I don't know. I'm probably just wasting time. Okay, you do not respect cutting points. This is the second time you have done this. And then you also have all these 2-space jumps. These cutting points are going to get you killed. How many times do you die in your games? See how many resignations you have. Less than I thought. Still a few, though. What the fudge? Why are all these bots? Don't do that. That's bad. That's going to harm your game. It's too much. Too much. Oh, you don't even play games. Holy crap. Play games. Try playing the game. That'll help you improve. Too many bots. Play those like unranked or something. Like don't like pollute your rank with a bot. Also, bots teach you bad things. I mean, it's fine to play a bot for fun, but this is like way too much. Yeah, this is gonna make you weaker. Gonna learn bad things. Third line, base, and boom, 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 you're alive. Easy life. You still, like, haven't gotten anything. I feel like you're playing, like, the moves my brother plays. You have all of these moves that have gotten 0 points. All of these moves have gotten nothing. Yeah, if you're, like, at the point you're playing bots, go play on Fox or something. You can play on PandaNet, Fox, like, iPad can play PandaNet and Fox if you have the Chinese app, but you can play PandaNet. I think there's a Taijin one as well. There's no reason, like, if OGS is not solving your problem, then use something that'll solve your problem. So Mega Dragon doesn't do something for you. Tell the owner so he can do something for you. like the tools should work for you, not against you. Yeah, I think that all your shapes are fine. You're just not getting anything for them. Yeah, my brother's game is like this as well. Yeah, it's the big picture stuff. I think what'll really help with this is replaying pro games from the 1900s, like on a real board with your hands, kinetic memory. Very important. Like replay like pro games from the 1900s and just get a flow of their get a feel for their flow, for the combinations they make and stuff and their profits. Because I think you just don't have any global combination. All your stuff is just locally looks like good shape, but nothing is happening. You're getting a lot of nothing, but you look pretty doing it. Okay. This shouldn't die. Oh no, this is alive. It just goes here and it's alive. Yeah, this is pretty easy life. Wow. Why it's like so confident it's alive? They're Tanuki. Yeah, again, this is the shape to unsettle, but like what for? Kind of want to destroy this if I can. Immediately, I'm looking right here to see if I can get away with it. I don't think I can, though. Go here. It's better in-game. That way they don't get the Hana Incente. What the heck? Why is it the end of the game? What? Did you time out? Like, what the heck? Resign? Why are you resigning? This is not a resignation position. Hmm. I think experimenting's fine. You don't want to have nothing to go on though, right? I think let's say you want to learn an opening. You read something about the opening, you're like, I want to try to learn this. If you have something to read, cool. If there's a lecture, watch it. And then replay some pro games with that opening. Like use wall theory and replay some pro games. Get like 4 or 5 games, maybe 3 or 4 games, and then go play 5 games, and then review. Double check with AI, make sure like your opening's like solid and you're getting the right idea, and then replay a few more pro games, play some more games, review with AI, and then repeat, and then go problems every day. And that's a good way to like learn an opening. And learning openings is fun, right? You get to learn new things because once you get like stronger than 5Q, like your rank starts really slowing down. So you need something to accomplish. You need to feel like you're making progress somewhere. So yeah, learning an opening is perfectly fine. I think it's pretty encouraging too. But don't like say I'm gonna play this and have like no plan. Having no plan is probably gonna be a bunch of like dame moves. You need to have some sort of idea of what you want. It's probably the key. This is not a resignation position. 16 points is a close game. Just finish the game. A good end game can come up like 25 points. 16 points is way too close to resign. Honestly, what you want to do is get your games to be like 35 points or less. Like if all of your losses are 35 points or less, then that means you have a very consistent and solid game. And then from there, you just got to add on attack timings and figuring out how to make profit, et cetera, et cetera. Dude, look how many resignations. Oh, that's the bot. Ah, this is so useless information. How do I filter this? I want to see how you're doing against 5Qs. Holy crap, dude. Did you stalk this person? Like what? Oh man, it's like you were in a ring and just being the punching bag for him. This is an awful day. Or awful week, it looks like. That was one bad week against this person in particular. Is this a bot? Is this a bot? Is this a bot? I thought you were, this is a bot. Okay. I thought you were playing a friend of yours, like, over and over and over, and I was like, holy crap. That's just, that's unfortunate. This is a lot of bots. Have you done nothing but play bots since 2023? Holy crap. Do you have another account that you play people on? I don't know if you know this, but Go is a multiplayer game. Like, it's not an RPG. It's a multiplayer game. That's kind of the point, is to play people. The bots are like practice in your downtime if you're bored. Okay, so if I put it on correspondence, oh, I can't that's why I like my website. My website can freaking filter this crap. Anyway, that's my advice. Do with it what you will. I don't know. What time zone are you in? See, I just create a match and I get something within like 5 minutes, but I also like, honestly, I get something within like 2 minutes, but I do like plus or minus like 7 with proper handicap just to make sure that like enough people have access to accept my game. If I do it to like 1 rank or 2 max, it might take a while. And then I'll just look for something that is something worth accepting. The big thing is no one wants handicap, which sucks. I get I understand the mindset of not liking to play handicap, but from an overall server perspective, this needs to be forced because it's worse not having anyone to play. So like, hey, I'm going to check near your level. When you click this button, it's like, hey, I'm going to try to pair you in an even game if possible. If not, I don't want you to wait 5 minutes to play. Yeah, probably you should have some sort of like reasonable filter. Like, I'm going to pair you with plus or minus 1 rank. If you don't have anything in 20 seconds or 30 seconds, then I'm going to check plus or minus 4 ranks. And then every 30 seconds, you widen the gap. I think that would be a very nice system or something. But there needs to be a balance between, yeah, it's people don't like handicap, but people hate waiting more. Like, people will leave the server if they don't get a game. So that's a lot worse than them complaining about handicap. Yeah, see, handicap auto. Playing games and having a little low wait time is pretty important. I think if people took less than 2 minutes to get a match, I think that's probably as reasonable as you can get with Go right now. But on Fox, you can get something within like 5 seconds. So that would be ideal. I think the fact that there's a custom, though, I think this really harms it. I don't know. There's so many things that I feel like I would do different. Like, letting people have custom is fine, but the custom shouldn't be ranked. The rank should be always the same settings. That way it's properly measured performance. Someone might be bad at blitz or bad at 5 minutes, but good at 20 minutes. Like, it just always needs to be the same information. Dude, I haven't played on KGS in a minute. It's been like, KGS like needs to resign. I understand, like, it's a great server, got a lot of history, but I think it's time it taps out. If they're not gonna put the money and time and effort into improving it, it just needs to like tap out. Yeah. I think handicap games are nice for competition because it allows you to play more people. But in an ideal scenario, it would be even games all the time because you just have enough people at your level. But I think people need to be more understanding that the community is not large enough yet to do that. Yeah, but KGS, if they're not going to improve, then they just need to put everyone on OGS so we have better matchmaking. Especially since more people can work on OGS's front end. Front end's open source. I'm really like fighting doing something about the front end myself, but I really need to not and focus on my stuff. This will not like make me any sales on some Mega Dragon right now. But they are gonna improve the buttons. I think improving this will be very, very good direction to go. I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully within the next month, these buttons will be updated. And oh my gosh, we'll finally have a 5-minute option, hopefully. 5 minutes, I'll be happy with 10. This 20-minute crap is way too daggum long. No one has time for this. You have no idea how many times it'll be like, oh, I can play a Go game. I don't have an hour. I'm gonna play chess. Like, I do that all the time. Like, I have like 20 minutes or something. I'm just gonna play a quick chess game. I don't have an hour to dedicate to play one match. No one just has that kind of time anymore. See, 2 minutes, 3 times 25. This is where the money's at. 5 minutes, like quicker games. Not blitz, but quick games that you can play. 1 to 2 on, no question mark. Okay, this doesn't make sense. You don't get to pick who chooses. This is not KGS. KGS, you can deny people, but if I accept this, it's you're playing me unless you resign. I guess you can cancel the game, but why would you bother? This makes no sense. I don't know. It is open reviews if someone would like me to look at the game, by the way. I can do a game review. I have a lot of opinions about this, but at the same time, like, I feel like no one's ever going to do exactly what I want, and whenever I make something, I'm not going to do exactly what they want. Everyone has their own, like, vision, right? But man, do I wish this could do a little bit more. Oh, thank you for the resub. Oh, no. Sub. Yeah, resub.
Fedrango just subscribed for 12 months. Emote underscore Clossius super emote underscore Clossius super emote underscore Clossius super emote underscore Clossius super emote underscore Clossius super.
I need to change that. Oh my gosh. Mobile? What do you mean? Any of these buttons? I mean, they're here. Yeah. They're on mobile. I don't know. I feel like it would not be that hard to do like lead chess and chess.com. The leadchess.io. Oh my gosh, leadchess.org. Like, I actually don't like this on chess.com. This confuses me like every time I see it. Like, I'm like, how do I start the game? Yeah. I do like how I can just click one button though, and it just remembers my preferences. That is nice. But I think I like this better. And then I would have like this window on the right over here. So I'd have like this where I can click the button to play. But if I want to do something different that day, I can click these right here. So I'd have like both, I think. Like have these main buttons, not this many for Go because not enough people, but a main button and then the preference over here. What is this? Oh, articles. OGS doesn't really have a cell phone app though. It's just a smaller browser. To be fair, so Mega Dragon's kind of the same way, but it try to make a conscious effort to make sure things are sized properly on mobile. I think they probably do too, but it's not very fun. I think Mega Dragon actually could use a lot more mobile friendliness. I do a lot for the desktop because that's a lot easier to use. But probably Mega Dragon could do a lot better on mobile. I don't know what to do with it though. Like, there's a lot of buttons right here that are important, but I don't know like what to do. What does Lead Chess Mobile look like? Man, you still have all the buttons. Holy crap. Oh, how dare they don't have padding on the left and right. Who dares not put padding on the website? What monster allowed this to go through? They don't have the padding on the left and right. Maybe my buttons don't need to be this big. I don't know if I want them that small, though. But maybe I could have, like, 2 per row instead of 1 per row. That might be nicer for the mobile. I'm also trying to think about, like, the experience. These 2 are free, and I think it's what most people are going to do. So I like these 2 being the top. Guess I don't need play this high. If you're gonna play, you're gonna be on OGS. No, actually no, because some DDKs will play, some beginners will play Squishy and Kosumi. So I don't know. What is a single? Actually, I guess I need to focus more on the DDKs because they're the ones who actually subscribe more than SDKs. It's a pretty bigger ratio, I think. But SDK, DDK, what do they need? What do they need? Puzzle Rush gets people doing Go problems every day. But they probably need a daily practice. So I want to have some sort of like flow where I tell them what to do to improve their game. And then I give them like a checklist or something. Yeah, I want to take the stats button, button in the stats that generates you a custom list, put it in here somewhere, or maybe I can just assign some sort of checklist. I need to brainwash you to improve your game. That's what I need to do for my users. I'm going to brainwash you to be better at the game. I'm debating like setting a goal for like games played per week and just checking your OGS account. But that might be like extra steps to set up. But some people might like that. I don't know. Let's see, if we base it off of the missed results, I could probably put a checklist that says do this many level X problems. So like, let's see, what would this one be? This is lives. This is my live account. So I get a checklist and I miss a lot of level 4 and 5. Then I could say, yeah, these are the top 2. So I can say, hey, do like 50 level 4 and 25 level 5. And then I could have another one do 20 taking eyes, 20 capture ace, 20 co. This is not accurate. I gotta reset this because I let someone on my account. But if I do that, it'd be like 20, 20, 20, 50, 25, and then have the bars raise or whatever. Kind of like this, similar. It gives you like, encourages you to do like what you need to improve. Maybe I could take it a step further and be like, hey, you're playing 10 games a week, so here's a good number of problems. So do like recommend a certain amount of problems depending on how many games you play per week. So if you're playing lots, then you get more homework. But if you're not playing a lot, then you get less homework, so you feel more accomplished. And I just push you just a little bit more than what you would normally do. And also maybe have a counter for how many of the mistakes. I need to ask Buzzsaw again to go over, like, remind me about how Guojuan's school does it. But, like, you can go through the mistakes list, and then it's probably have some sort of counter, like, how are you doing on your recent mistakes? And then how are you doing in the categories on the practice list? That might be something. I don't know. I'm trying to play around with this a lot to make it easier for you guys to use to improve relevant to you, make it a lot more relevant to the student instead of just a general overall thing. but also still be able to study what you want to study. I'd love to get opening stuff on here, though. I don't know how to get opening problems. I just don't know what to do with it. What do you guys think? You have any ideas for like the opening stuff? Because the opening stuff I just don't like that we currently have. It's hard to like tell people how to play in the opening because there's so many correct answers. How does chess do openings? What do they do? Openings. How do they do it? Chess openings beta. So this just tells you like common openings. Okay, so let's say I click that. Train with puzzles. So I can pick an opening and I train with the, what the fudge? Is this like common mistakes found after playing that opening? That's interesting. I don't quite understand it. I don't understand what's happening though. But I like this. It's like, hey, here's the opening. It gives you a short description. I think it's cool that they have popularity. That would be a lot of data calls though. I don't think I can do that. This would require a little bit more data being uploaded of pro games rather than just manual. Opening Explorer. So it just tells you what is possible. Doesn't look like it has opening puzzles specifically though. It just has like study variations. I might just have to accept the fact that opening puzzles are not going to be a thing. And then make like an opening section that walks you through it, but doesn't necessarily make it a Sumego. I don't know. Food for thought. Food for thought. Food for thought. Example games. I like this. I want more pro games. I want to put pro games on here, but I'm a little bit worried about getting too far away from puzzles if I do that. But it could help with the opening stuff. See, Q players need Go problems every day, 50% life and death, 50% other. They need to play lots of games and then maybe analyze a couple pro games with their openings a week. So maybe I do need openings, but nothing like too crazy. Something simple. I say simple, but it's the opening. How do you guys study the opening? Like, what do you do? How do you study your opening, or do you even study it? Do you guys like play an opening on a regular basis, or do you just play the same thing over and over? I think if you're studying an opening, it would be really cool to get the corner patterns that go with that opening. That would be something I could do that would be a lot of work to implement. I could like analyze your games from OGS and just like figure out what opening you played and then like see if you messed up a Joseki. Like if you messed up a Joseki, you're like, hey, no, that's not a pattern. That'd be a lot of work to implement though. That'd be too much. But what I could do is like if you have a certain opening, I can say these Joseki problems go to this opening. So when you're studying this opening, you can give them that problem set. So I can create a set for like Chinese opening Josekis and then make maybe one of the books. Or maybe opening needs to be its own section. And then to do something similar to the books. Like here's some pro games, here's some Go problems to go with it. I don't know. It's interesting ideas. Interesting ideas. I don't know how much more room I can fit on this though. This is getting pretty packed. I don't know how many more buttons I can fix. I don't know. I want to say more, maybe more could move over here. I'm getting into design, whatever. Too much design brainstorming. Yeah, I don't know if new people have joined, but we were talking about this earlier about OGS updating their time settings. It's pretty popular, so they're probably going to do this within the next month, I would expect, where they're going to have the auto match button be like 5 or 10 minutes, and then the 20-minute button will probably be a different button or something. I don't know. But it looks like the main one is going to be 5 to 10 minutes, according to what everyone's voting on here. I need to read. I haven't read it. I've only read to like 90 something, so I have like another 20 posts to catch up on. Yeah, hopefully that will be nice. I know I definitely don't like playing 20-minute games when I don't have a lot of time. I don't know how many of you do play 20-minute games. I know a lot of people are afraid of the clock. I don't know how many of you, but if your clock doesn't talk to you, you're probably playing too fast. If there's a move more often played by opponents in the opening that I don't know or that annoys me, then I'll look it up. That's fair. When I want to learn an opening, I'll pick a certain opening and then I'll replay some pro games to get some ideas of the Josekis. And then I'll play the AI on my Go board. There's 3 different AIs on it. I'll try to play against each one and try to get to like the first 20 moves, maybe 30 moves down, and then play online. They will play nothing of what I've studied, and then I go study Josekis that take advantage of the things that they're doing wrong and just really learn my opening inside and out. I'm not currently doing that because all of my study time is going into coding and design and marketing study. So I'm learning a lot about business, but if I was to study the opening like really intently, that's kind of what I would do. So I don't really have a way to implement an AI. Not right now. I could do pro games and sort them by opening. That would be pretty cool. I don't see how that would be better than wall theory at the moment, though. I could say this Joseki goes in this opening very commonly. What would be really cool if I could collect a data set of amateur games. If it'd be like, this is a common mistake in this opening that you can punish. Like, here's single-digit Qs. Single-digit Qs usually play this variation. And here's why it's wrong. That would be cool. Up until you go to Fox, and then everything gets thrown out the window. It's really hard to teach the opening. It's just like, don't die, spread out, and you're in the middle game. I don't even know if you can die in the opening. You can, like, do thousands of different things. Tens of thousands of different things. It's really, I don't know, like it's so easy to go wrong in the opening, but you start analyzing with AI and it's like, how do I even possibly go wrong? As long as I follow some basic rules of thumb. But then you play the game and the AI is like, dude, like, you suck at the opening. What are you doing? What in the world? Train. So if you're studying the opening with AI, according to some Korean pros, you should only worry about it if the win rate is if the percentage is 10% or greater mistake. Do you have any tip for tournaments? Keep your eyes sharp with Go problems. Try to stay relaxed. Like you want to put in effort, but you also don't want to be like so tense or so tunnel visioned that like you overdo it and then your brain just can't keep up with the amount of intensity that you're putting in, and so you make a lot of mistakes. Don't stress about losing the first game, because a very common thing that can happen in tournaments is you lose the first game and then the rest of your day or the rest of the games kind of go downhill because you start off on a demotivating thing compared to like if you start with a win, your game will be a lot better. So try not to like let the first loss stress you out. It's someone has to lose, and focus on just playing a good performance and do good rather than focusing on like I have to win no matter what. It's like relax but be serious. Fighting spirit, but don't like tunnel vision, overdo it, stress yourself out. It's a delicate balance and it's really hard to describe. Have fun being a big thing. A pro once told me, don't experiment in tournaments, play what you know in tournaments. Like play what you've studied, what's reliable. Think through your things, good tournament habits. But yeah, I think a lot of the thing with tournaments is nerves can screw you over a lot. So as long as you have your nerves under control, but not being lazy, your performance should be pretty decent. And then from there, it's just either you're stronger or you're not. And if you and your opponent both play a good game, then you play a good game. And you just try to gain as many points as you can against your opponent, right? You get to don't slack off the end game. You'd be surprised. This is more general advice than tournament advice. The amount of games that people will lose just because they're trying so hard to get a lead, instead of just being content going into the end game in an even position and focusing on keeping Sente to gain a little bit in end game. Like, don't be uncomfortable going into end game in an even position. Just try to focus on Sente and say, I'm going to try to gain 5 points in endgame against you. And then I'll win by 5 points. Rather than like, I need to gain a lead, so you heavily increase the risk. And if you screw it up, then you're down by like 20. So if the game is really close, then don't stress too much about going for a high risk plan. It's a balance and a judgment call for sure, but like you don't have to go for an crazy, insane risk. You don't have to be winning to win the game. You can just be close and then just play a strong end game and win. But yeah, looking at openings, the problem with the openings is there's so many Degum options. So you even just go Chinese, right? So already we have a lot of wrong moves, but a lot of correct moves too. So it's really hard to think about. And then you have stuff that's like not even that bad, but it's not one of the green ones. But it's like what? 3%, which is half a point. Yeah, it only matters at 10%, so you can try to find a way to play the game that you want. It's easier said than done. But if like you want to have a Moyo and be the attacker, you should probably play a Moyo game. If you love stopping whatever your opponent's doing, then you'll play a little bit more aggressive and just be wherever they want to be and just deal with the attack and defense consequences. If you really like territory, then be good at life and death, so you can get your territory and then go invade them and live. And you'll pick an opening that tries to create that sort of game. So like Chinese goes for Moyo. A lot of 3/4s goes for territory. Like you have the points lever. So I guess it just depends on what type of game you want to play and knowing how to get there. Now, the tricky part is how do I teach that? Yeah, the tricky part is how do I teach someone how the opening works and how to get there? It's easier on a lesson, but it's hard to do it on a book or on text. Joseki's one thing, but yeah, play what you're comfortable. Yeah, play what you know. Play what you've studied, what you're trained in. Don't play like Sanrensei if you've never played Sanrensei because you're like, oh, I'm feeling in a Sanrensei mood today. I haven't studied this in 2 years and I'm going to play it at the tournament. That's probably not ideal. Play what you've studied. Play what you've worked on and trained. If you had a week, not a day, what I usually tell like some of my club members is try to find like one Joseki that is unconventional, that maybe you can make it happen on most common positions, and have like a trick Joseki in your arsenal, like as a tool. You don't need a lot, and if it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up, but having like this one little secret weapon to give you like a 5-point advantage or something, and just study that like thoroughly, and then try to make it happen if you can, and then you'll have like one Joseki or one tool that if it comes up, maybe you get a 5-point lead. Have one little secret weapon. One unconventional Joseki. Don't do it now because it's only like one day till, so don't do it now. But like the next tournament, you can have like one secret Joseki, which honestly could be good like online. I think having like one Joseki that most people don't know how to play. No, don't try trick plays. Try one singular trick. Have one trick, because if you do a lot of trick plays, then if they get it right, you're going to be behind a lot. And it's not even necessarily a trick play. I'm not saying specifically a trick. I'm saying an unconventional Joseki. Give them the opportunity to fall behind, basically. And if they respond correctly, they respond correctly. Who cares? Right? But have like one unconventional, maybe they don't know it, Joseki or something. Give yourself just a chance to gain like a 2 to 5 point lead. Oh yeah, like once you're a certain level, there are no more tricks. It's just, do you know it? If not, you lose. You have to learn everything after a certain point. But Q players don't study Josekis. They have like their comfort Josekis. They have like their 20 Josekis that they know and love and won't learn anything else. So you learn something else and then beat them with it. That's a great Q killer strategy. Yeah, the strong players, I feel like a lot of it is avoiding the complex crap. Like avoiding the flying knife. Avoiding Taisha. Because if you go down that route and you don't know it, you lose the game. If you're going to go down it, you better have studied it. I think Jake actually has like a 2-space high pincer Joseki that he favors. No, Austin has his little 2-space high star point enclosure. I need more practice with the 2-space high 3/4 enclosure. And then after that, I need to figure out if I want to do that or not. I'm not sure what type of game I want to play. If I was not so focused on work, I think what I'd like to do is revisit the pro magazines that I have, like in the front room, from like the 1900s. I think I got some from like 1924. And replay some of those and try to get inspired from the old the old plays, the old ways. I need to play. That's what I need. Like, I need to have fun with Go again. For me, Go is like a job at this point. Like, Go is my job. And you're never going to improve if it's your job. It needs to be something you enjoy doing, something you enjoy exploring and learning. And Go has become my job. And I think if I can slowly shift into having more fun and not only thinking about work all the time, slowly that'll come about. But right now I've been kind of doing that with chess. Not only is it faster to play a game, but also I care significantly less about being good at chess. It's like, if I lose, I'm like, well, that sucks. And then I'm over it 5 minutes later. Whereas with Go, I'll be reviewing it in my head for like the next hour. Like going over all the variations or whatever, like this Joseki, that Joseki, why didn't I know this life and death, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can remember it. Chess, I don't even remember the game. Like, I couldn't remember the opening that I played. A lot less stress. I think it's healthy for me, though. I need to have more fun, less pressury things. And I think Go is a little bit too much pressure at my level. So I care too much about the result. I need to care a little bit less. What I'd love to do that I really just can't do yet is to save up and go to Japan or Korea, probably Japan this time, and like go there for like 2 months instead of go there. I think they'd be a lot of fun. Even if I don't improve, I think it'd still be a lot of fun. But I am not at the place with Samego Dragon yet to work on something like that. I'm doing a lot of investments though. I'm investing a few $100s a month into growing Samego Dragon. If I was investing that into Japan, I mean, that'd be cool, but yeah, I know about the Osaka Go Camp, but I kind of like want the freedom to like also do other stuff. I don't want to be stuck at the camp. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't feel like playing Go today, guys. I'm going to go to like Akihabara or something. I'm going to take my wife to a maid cafe. I don't necessarily like want to be stuck at the camp. And the teacher's like, we got this whole schedule. I'm like, awesome. I'm skipping today. Have fun with that, guys. Like, I might stop by and say hi. I don't know. Well, okay, define long. Okay, where are you from? What is long to you? What do you think is a long way? I don't know the distance. Hey, thank you for the resub.
Peregril just subscribed for 17 months. Emote underscore Clossi super emote underscore Clossi super emote
2 to 3
underscore
hours by
Clossi
train.
super emote underscore Clossi super emote underscore
3
Clossi super
hours,
soon.
I
can
think,
vote.
would be much. I could do it in. I wouldn't mind a 3-hour trip for a weekend. 2 hours isn't that much to me. I used to drive 2 hours to Go Club. 2 hours is not that much. This is all on a train, right? I don't know Shinkansen. I don't know what that means. But yeah, if I'm just sitting on a train and I can literally play Go with like someone on the train or play on my iPad, that would be so easy. Like, I've had to sit in a car and drive and pay attention for 2 hours to go to Go Club. 2 hours would not be that hard. 2 hours, 60 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. I just make a day out of it. That's not like that to me, especially if I'm on vacation. I'd have like so much. 100? What? That can't be right. I don't think that's true. That doesn't sound right. Trains in like Korea, Japan were like really cheap. I paid like $2 an hour. Maybe it was like $3 an hour. I don't know. It was like 4,000. It was 400,000 won. No, that was 4,000 won. I think it was 4,000 won if I remember correctly. It was like the $4 of Korean currency to take the train an hour to work. Yeah, no, I ain't paying no $100 I sat in the floor on like the Korean train, which, fun fact, I found out several years later that can be considered a little bit rude or abnormal or something. I don't know. I never thought about it at all. Like, I just sat, legs stretched out against the wall, whatever, and I just sat there and, like, did Go problems or whatever. Never once thought about it. No one said anything, which is one great thing about being a foreigner. No one assumes that you're being a jerk. Everyone just assumes you don't understand their culture. And I love that because I definitely did not understand their culture. And they were so nice in explaining to me, like, oh, no, you're about to rob us. You can't do that. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. I didn't realize that there was a parking garage on top of the store. I thought there was more store on top of the store. Oh, yeah, the American bonus. Dude, so many girls liked me over there. I loved being a white American in Korea. It was fantastic. Oh my gosh. A lot of girls liked me. That was definitely a nice, refreshing, confidence building experience. Oh yeah, I know. That's so great. Like, I don't think I realized how little Americans know about foreign cultures until I left the continent. And I'm like, we are so freaking self-centered in our policies and stuff. Like, we have no idea what's out there. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how little we think about other cultures. And how much hate we have for anything different. That really blew my mind. I never felt like embarrassed about being an American, but I didn't feel like super happy about my culture. Like, I was like, there's some pros and cons to being from America here. Mostly pros, though. It was nice being a foreigner and being forgiven. Are you kidding me? Okay, thankfully most people I know are not that bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I believe you is the problem. Dude, the amount of things I'm embarrassed about that Americans do. Like, I'm sorry that someone in my country is this dumb. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Wait, I thought you still lived in California. When did you move to Texas? I don't think Go Club ever told me that. Like, no one told me that. Oh, 2 months. Cool. So it's not like this been 2 years and no one told me. That must be fun. I need to go to the South Central. Texas is so daggum far and big. I want to go to the South Central Go tournament, but it's a 12-hour drive. You want to talk about, like, 2 hours is a lot. No, 12 hours driving is a lot. Oh my gosh. You can't even take a freaking sleep on the train or whatever. I would, but I am not doing that well with Smego Dragon just yet. It'll probably be a couple years before I can start flying everywhere. Because I'm not just one person. I'm like 2 and sometimes 3 peoples. It's a lot more economical to like carpool for 12 hours than it is to buy like 4 airplane tickets. If I was by myself, I don't know. Even then, I would still try to find someone to carpool with. Just save me a couple $100. Yeah, I don't really have the luxury of just buying a plane ticket, because if I have that, if I have like a couple $100, I'm probably going to invest it into my car or into Smego Dragon, or emergency funds. Like, it's not really going to a plane ticket. I don't even want to know. I really want to go to Japan, and I'm really sad that I can't. But I really just need to focus on my job and growing my job. The numbers are going well. I don't know if you guys saw this earlier, but the numbers are going well. which is great. So as long as it keeps growing, but I don't think if I don't keep putting in effort, I don't think it'll get to the goals that I have. Because right now, the numbers are going up, but the subscriptions are still like moving very slowly. And while it's still positive, I would like to move it a little bit quicker because I don't want it to take 10, 15 years to reach some of my milestones. I would like to reach, ideally, I would like to reach a 2,500 from just Sumego Dragon by the end of, or by next summer, I guess. In the next 12 to 18 months, I'd like to get to 2,500 just from Sumego Dragon. Then I could afford airplane tickets. maybe in 10 years, if I work really, really hard with Sumego Dragon, maybe I'll actually be able to afford Go Congress. 10 years of Sumego Dragon to afford Go Congress. Dude, oh my gosh, you have completely different like perception of things than I do. In my mind, going to Japan is like $1,200 to $1,600, and then I want 2 tickets for me and my wife. So for me, it's like $2,500 to like $3,500. That is an airplane ticket in my mind. 500. Oh my gosh. I remember when I was at Korea, I went to Japan for $300. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is nothing. I could literally just hop over to Japan whenever I want at $300. Versus like $300 to visit the same country kind of feels weird to me. The fact that it cost me the same amount probably to go to Texas in my same home country as it does to visit from Japan from Korea, completely different country, for the same price. It's crazy. Your grandfather? What? Are you black or white?
Review started.
Well, my grandfather's dead, but thanks for the money. You're awesome. Because my grandfather gave me part of my dad's inheritance. So it was a really cool thing to do. Dude, my grandfather's great. Wow, awesome. 3 freaking ranks? There you go. Yeah, turns out it is important, huh? Dude, I just did that to my brother over and over. I just played him like with 9 stones like 40 times in a row. And I said, don't die. Your goal is to get to the end of the game without dying. It took him like 30 before he started finally not dying with something. And even then, he'd still like lose most of the time. Relator? Is that like an autocorrect mistake? I don't know what a relator is. This one, I think the shape is here. Makes it a little bit easier to handle. Because the attachment leaves some hanes. Walking chair? Walker. I believe you're referring to a walker. I may, like, I don't know. The Granny Ferrari. Yeah, that. So if you connect right here, what happens? So if I tries to escape, that just goes that way, right? One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, so you die. Okay, that's what happens. What if I go right here, though? Lots of interesting variations. I would be spending like 5 minutes here probably. Yeah, I would spend like 5 minutes right here. It's a lot of variations. But you didn't die, so that's good. I don't think the right side is an extension worthy side because you can't really do anything to make a base. So I would just like play right here. The right side's kind of settled and boring because of this stone being on the third line. Hmm. There's a lot of not combination happening on the right. Know what I would like to do? I would like to double Hane. That feels very nice to me. Yeah, especially since you're down on territory because of the mistake down here. Eyeing an undercut. It just feels a lot easier to play on the right side if I have this 11 move and I have territory in the top right and you're a little short on territory right now. But I don't know. It's not a huge deal. I think this one probably is a little bit slow. I think jumping here is a little bit more interesting. But overall, I think it's probably fine. It's not a huge mistake. Just probably style preference. Okay. Interesting. Definitely looking at the big picture. I don't know if it's the right move, but it's something. Okay. Okay, checking the life and death before attacking the center. No. Why not just Atari and turn? I don't see a reason not to do this. Nah, now you don't want to do it now because now there's an eye at T1. Now it's time to move on. Or at least even this is probably Gote. Potentially. I don't know. There's a lot of life and death here to solve, but I don't know. That stone is not worth it. You want to be the one to play in the center first. Like you want to control all of this. Look at that big pajama. You want to control and fight here. You don't want to be stuck in this 2-point corner. Yeah, this is a super small move. This is super small move. Super small move. This might be okay, but you don't lose Sente here. You've already lost Sente once. Okay. I don't think you see that you could control all of this. Because there's a weak group right here and a big wall right here. So it looks like you're not getting profit. So the capping move should be a basic shape. But what if I just want quick profit? I could go here, here. Here. That feels nice. This feels like profit. Yeah, you got a bunch of influence on the right side and you didn't do anything with it. Which is really annoying because you let white in on the second line, which is correct because the influence is worth more, but you're not getting anything with the influence. So you just lost all of this territory for nothing in the center. You haven't gotten anything for the second line move yet. So you need to get something in the center, otherwise you let white in for nothing. What are you doing? What does this even do? What are you doing? Your shape's going to crap. What the crap? Surround the group. Surround the group. Trap the weak group. Are you trying to kill? I think you're trying to kill. You don't want to kill. Killing is Gote. You want to attack. You don't want to kill. You want profit. You don't want Gote. You still are not gaining anything. Gain something. Value somewhere. Hey, look. They killed themselves. How convenient. This Hane feels nice, but you're going to die in here. All right. Don't die. Good, 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 good. You're focusing on the right aspect, which is don't die. Problem is White going to live in Sente? That would suck. Ooh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You gotta do this first. Otherwise, maybe code. No, there's not a code. There's not a code. There's not a code. I'm stupid. Ignore me. Maybe there's... Is there really no way to do anything here? Okay, whatever. I thought this was cleaner, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'm just wrong. Okay, then yeah, I'm definitely right. I'm definitely right, because if you take this, then there's no, like, saving the 3 stones. If you go here... Oh, no, I'm so wrong. I am so, so wrong. Wow. Oh, I need to do Go Proms, man. If only there was an app that I could do Go Proms on to get better at this stuff. Maybe I'd actually, like, know how to teach you guys. Whatever. You went good. Good reading. You definitely outread your opponent. Definitely outread your opponent. Probably not the way to attack, but your opponent got cut and you punished for it, so that's really good. So the cutting was good, but the abstract attack was not. That's fine. This is okay. That's a chicken move. No, it's not. Okay, I think you're right. I think this one's fine. Okay, endgame. Ba-da-bum-bum, get the points. Ba-da-bum-bum, get the points. Ba-da-bum-bum, win the game because I got all the points. Bum ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum, I got the points. Ba-dum ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum, get all the points. Get all the points. Get all the points. Get all the points and win that game. Yeah, I think you just win. Yeah, I think the in-game timing starts now. Ah, no! The double peep, 1 space jump, the elephant slaughterer shape. Just don't get cut. That's all you have to do here is don't get cut. You're an in-game. There's no reason to lose 7 or 8 points. Oh, cutting points. They are important. Okay, this is a denial, I think. This feels like denial. My first instinct is you're in denial. Yeah, because you died bigger now. Yeah, don't die. Oh, have a good night. There's a cool in-game Tsuji right here. They have to Nobi, and then you could do this. If they Hane, there's some interesting shenanigans that may not work on this board. There's usually shenanigans, but I guess not. That really sucks. There should be Aji here. But this is a self-Atari. That really sucks. Oh well. Yeah, this is bad shape. Don't get cut like that. Don't get cut like that. Don't get that double peep. I'm going to say the big lesson here is your opening's fine. You're making bases. You're not dying. That's doing really good. Your life and death looks pretty good, but your attack in the center did not get any profit. So when you attack, you need to think about profit more. You're thinking about killing too much. So like there's a lot of Dame moves right here and Dame moves right here. And then when white got cut, you destroyed them. So good, like punish the cutting points. You did well. You read really well there. But when there aren't any cutting points and you're in a big open attack, you need to make profit. I think that's probably the thing to take from this. And hopefully you found that helpful. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoying the Sumego Dragon app. I am still working hard on it full time. Practically, I think every single day. Yeah, just about every single day. Hopefully you guys enjoying it. Feedback is welcome. Hopefully everything's working well. And hopefully is helping you improve. I do have several ideas I'm going to keep working on. If you'd like to discuss it, we can do so in the Discord, in the Sumego Dragon room. But with that, go be quiet. I am not done yet. Give me like 5 more seconds. Good grief. But with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.